Hello arm wrestling fans, we have lots of exciting topics to discuss in this video. Arsen Liliev's comeback update posted by Engin Terzi. Then Engin himself taking one more month off from arm wrestling training for this reason. Dave Chaffee didn't just have his neck and his nerve issues in the past couple of years, but there was one more problem. Devon responding to the Levan Saginashvili pronation lift. And finally, Gennady Quickvinia is back. So let's start. Engin Terzi posted a video of Arsen Liliev training on the arm wrestling table. This is the first one that I have seen in a while. It looks like Arsen is going to stick to the plan that always used to work for him. Quick, explosive top roll with a ton of cupping and side pressure. Clearly, Arsen does not have the physique that he used to have back in the day. This 105 kg class as of now may be a little bit too much for him, but he knows the best about his current shape. If he's feeling confident to go straight there, then I think he's good enough already. But if this match happens against Brad Grundy, I wouldn't be so much happy about that. I would want Arsen's opponent to be Rob Vigeant Jr. because Rob talks a lot of crap about Arsen online. There's already a beef between these two, at least from Rob's side. He even questioned Engin Terzi when Engin called Arsen a legend. He said that Arsen doesn't deserve that status for various reasons which he listed in his video. So I think that match may be something that arm wrestling fans will look forward to. Whenever Engin Terzi starts training himself and preparing himself for the world title match, something happens. In the past, he got injured multiple times. This time, he needs to take 1 month off from work, from training, because he's having a hair transplant, which he already had a couple of days ago. So the doctor advised him to be away from training for that particular period of time. And I want to say it's going to be almost impossible for Engin to become the world champion again, because right now he has a ton of responsibilities. And the problem with being the best promoter in the world is you have to manage almost everything yourself, at least now, because arm wrestling is still not that big that you can literally run a company with hundreds of employees in it. So the headache, the hard work, the money, the fame, the responsibilities, the pride, everything that comes with being the promoter of the biggest arm wrestling event in the world, they are more than big enough to keep anyone away from arm wrestling training. And Engin has to focus on the social media himself as well. So that's also a big part. It is literally impossible to do that much and still be a world champion. Maybe Engin could have been a world champion when he was 26, but maybe even not, because at that time he wouldn't have been able to become such an awesome organizer. So it's either or situation here in my opinion, but let's see what Engin can do in the future. Against Samusha, I'm hoping that Samusha still stays the champion till then. So we all have seen Dave Chaffee getting beaten over and over and over again by multiple opponents. This is a chat that Engin shared on his social media. So hi Dave, how is your health? Dave said, my neck is the same, but the only thing that is better finally is my hand, which I injured against Laletin in 2022 the first time and didn't start feeling better till last December 2023, which took over a year to heal. So this is one problem that nobody knew about, at least not the fans from the outside perspective. Maybe some insiders knew about this thing. So was that the reason why Dave Chaffee was losing every single match? Or was he getting weak because of his neck and some other issues? Let's hope that it was just because of his hand, or at least mostly because of his hand. Towards the end, he also mentioned stem cells part, so you never really know in today's world which is a legit review without any bias involved and which is a stem cell advertisement. So it can be either of these two. We'll see on match day. But there's just a possibility that even if Dave is back to 100%, still Vitaly beats him 6-0 because Vitaly is getting bigger and stronger than ever. So Devon responded to Levan Saginashvili's 154-pound pronation lift. Every single person in the super heavyweight division that I have faced lifts more weight than me. Super heavyweight division is filled with super strong people that I have beaten. So Devon gave examples of Hermes Gasparini, Denis Cyplenkov and Georgi Swetkov. He said that all of them can probably lift more than him and yet he defeated him.
Denis lifted more weight than me. Okay, Denis is repping what we're showing here. Denis has got 70 kilo and he's repping it in his last video.
So was Devon trying to indicate that that's going to be the case in this match as well? Well, at least Devon is hoping so. What is going to happen? We'll have to wait until the match day. But Devon did also mention that he never took his eyes off the ball, which means he always kept on training until the last Levan match, from the last Levan match until this upcoming match. But Levan, for a fact, as Devon said, took his eyes off the ball. He kind of went away from the sport for a while, for injury, for whatever reasons, but he was not as focused, as dedicated as Devon was, and this time Devon is going to come harder at Levan.
Not a big deal, but I just passed where I was for my best lifts versus Hermes. Not a big deal. Next up, Dennis. After that, who knows? Who knows?
Gennady Kwikwinia uploaded a very short video in which only he knows what he was saying.
I will destroy you all together.
Devon, you will be first.
Devoni is Pirweli, Devoni.
You will be first.
You ready, Devon?
He was way too excited after doing that lift. Maybe he was trying to test his wrist, if it fails or not, because he was clearly using both arms to lift that weight. So maybe it was just trying to check his wrist, how strong it is right now. But the bicep was the part that he injured few months ago, and sometimes we have seen that arm wrestlers return back to the arm wrestling table after an injury stronger than ever. Sometimes they return weaker and they are never the same as they used to be. I hope the case with Gennady Kwikwinia is the first one. He becomes even stronger, and in that case Devon will have to take Gennady really seriously. Although this was one match where immediately after the match Devon said that he can win this match and he wanted a rematch. Usually when he gets beaten handedly, like against Dennis on the left arm and Levan on the right arm, he denies any possibilities of a rematch. But that wasn't the case in this one. But I'll have to say that Gennady was kind of unlucky. He was at the peak of his career after beating Devon. Lots and lots of exciting things could have approached his way, but then he got injured. The first match wasn't really good when he made a comeback against Jerry, which he lost, but then everything was going smoothly until the injury. Right now, we can only hope that he comes back stronger. And there was one video posted by Rebecca Todd. It was about the rules discussion with the referee Luke Pulcher. So there was a funny thing being discussed. He said that there is no such rule that the athletes have to keep their elbow on the pad while taking the grip. So people were saying, does that mean that whatever Jody keeps on yelling towards Devon's opponents to keep their elbows down while gripping up, is that all BS? Well, not really, because it's almost impossible to show everything in a short format video. So that's why they didn't discuss the referee's grip here. It was just about the normal grip. In a referee's grip, for sure you have to keep your elbow on the pad. And as far as I remember, if my memory serves me well, mostly I've seen Jody complain about that only in the referee's grip. Most of the matches start in referee's grip anyways today. So thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe.